We're looking at race 5. So looking at the start of race 5 in the Audi Medcup circuit, City of Alicante Trophy. Pisco Sour, we see it going off the pin end. Emirates Team New Zealand off the middle of the course, going upwind. And just seeing, watch Emirates Team New Zealand now staying to the left. Artemis, early advantage out in the right. And then as they cross here, slowing down, we'll just see it's between Artemis, Pisco Sour and Emirates Team New Zealand. Now watch Emirates, as Emirates just squeezes up to windward, converging all the time with Artemis. And Emirates just on a perfectly line, Artemis just a little bit high. Now we're going to watch as they come round the windward mark. It's Artemis who lead. Artemis come round, Team New Zealand just on their stern, Pisco Sour round in third. Now we go down the first downwind, and it's pretty close, about 40-45 metres in it as they come down. And then watch this as Artemis jibe away early, covering Pisco Sour and El Desafio as they go. Artemis go now, and with them about a minute later it was Emirates Team New Zealand. Now Team New Zealand seem to get more pressure as they come down here, compress up to 10-15 metres behind. Then at the leeward gate, it's interesting, Emirates Team New Zealand choose the left-hand gate. Artemis look to be clear ahead and have a comfortable lead as they come round. Nice rounding. Emirates Team New Zealand though go left, and Ray Davis likes the look of the left, comes up now, Team New Zealand. And as we go up, about halfway up the beat, you'll see that it gets a little bit more shifty. The left starts to pay off. And at the top end of the beat, you'll see again a little bit of compression. They come closer together. And now, slow down now, we'll just see that Emirates Team New Zealand now start to get this race and take the advantage now. Again, as we go up this windward leg towards the windward mark, watch this compression again. Team New Zealand seem to have height and always seem to get the pressure just right. And squeezing ahead there of forcing Artemis to tack, and Team New Zealand going with them and controlling them up to the windward mark last time up. And they come round the windward mark. Let's roll across the spreader leg out to the offset mark, and this was a race which was won by Team New Zealand from Artemis. Artemis did close up a little bit on the run, just in the racing in about 6, 7, possibly 8 knots at times of sea breeze. And it was just a case of keeping a cover on Artemis and watching what was going on. And they see in a second they'll just come in through the finish line. And it's a win for Emirates Team New Zealand, which was all at the top end of the first beat it was. Okay, now we're looking at the start of race number 6. Breeze was about 7 knots, no increase in breeze really. Pisco Sour going off the pin end again. Bigamist towards the left side of the course, and that proved significant. Watch Bigamist and Artemis here. Emirates Team New Zealand went an early right, and just watch Bigamist staying left in the early part of the beat. Pisco Sour going much more extreme left, and then Bigamist going across there. See a little bit of we just saw a little bit of a header there, and Bigamist took it, and they took this lift all the way up on the ley line, forcing Artemis behind them, and it's Bigamist who come round the windward mark ahead. So it's Bigamist first, Artemis second. And Bigamist just hold their nerve all the way through this race. Nice, composed tactics. Artemis just behind them. Emirates Team New Zealand, and then Pisco Sour. Then looking down the run, Bigamist extend a little bit to start with. But they stay with Artemis, pretty much stay with them. Emirates Team New Zealand come down the middle. And that angle there, you just see Team New Zealand coming in close on Artemis, but Bigamist maintaining the advantage, coming around the leeward gate, going around the right-hand gate. Emirates Team New Zealand and Artemis go around the left. Bigamist always like the right-hand side now, going back out. You'll watch them; they go right out to the ley line. Let's just speed up a little bit, looking overhead, and the advantage increases, and then they squeeze up a little bit. And again, watch this with Bigamist. We'll see they keep going out to the right hand side of the course. A little bit of attack there, and it's close as they cross ahead of Artemis. And the Navigator and Bigamist calls the ley line in a second. They just squeeze up a little bit, and they're bang on the ley line all the way up round the windward mark for the last time. Artemis second, Team New Zealand third, and that's the way this race stood all the way down. A little bit of compression between Emirates Team New Zealand, I think, and Artemis, if I remember rightly, but Bigamist take their first win ever in the Medcup circuit with their new boat, and cross the line now. Artemis coming across in second, and Emirates Team New Zealand get third. And this is race 7 of the series, the third race of the day, about 6 knots of sea breeze. Watch Bribon here get in nicely on the start line, claiming the right side of the course very early on, dragging right with Quantum Racing, and Pisco Sour going off the left hand, the pin end of the line again. And the early advantage is with Bribon, and they pretty much keep that all the way up the first beat. They do close a little bit and cross ahead of Pisco Sour, and keep control of the pack at the moment, dragging out to the starboard tack ley line, and Bribon 60-70 metre advantage, or 55 metres as they come round the windward mark. Artemis come round second, Quantum third, Pisco Sour fourth, and this race extends a little bit for Bribon going down the run. Artemis second, Quantum jibe off early, covering Pisco Sour, and really not much else happened down this run in terms of place changes. We'll just roll down to the leeward mark, and rounding with Bribon come into the right hand mark and go round with a clear lead over Artemis. Quantum gained a little bit. Quantum go round the right hand mark, Artemis in the left hand mark. Artemis go up the left, Bribon more extreme again on the right. Looking overhead, we'll see the advantage stays all the time with Bribon. Then we start to see a little bit of a left hand pressure, and it compresses now. Bribon tack with them, and Artemis in better pressure on the left, and that's when they come together, and the advantage here now goes with Artemis. Bribon go out to the ley line, or close to the ley line, get a little bit of a knock, and they come again, close again a little bit as they come up to the windward mark. But Artemis controlling the race now and get away round the spreader mark. Bribon second, Quantum third. You'd like to think Quantum would walk away with a third in this race, particularly with Emirates Team New Zealand back in the last position, or close to last. But watch Quantum here. Artemis jibe, and Bribon follow later on. If we just slow this down now, we'll see that things go prove a little bit expensive for Quantum. Artemis still leading, with Bribon coming down the right, looking downwind. And now look at this bit here where Quantum have already lost Pisco, they lose Bigamist, and as they come to the finish line we'll see that they also have Desafio on the line, just get inside them coming in from the left. So it was an expensive final run for Quantum. Came round the windward mark in third and finished seventh, and that was the time for them to really make that third stick, especially with Team New Zealand finishing in 10th place in that race. But it does set up a great final day for Sunday.